as we move on to the next two provinces of Raiyuna, and me returning from an exploration on Tremens and told to do more work on my media by the Varntorm government itself. Sorry about that. It's time to venture out into the provinces of Kaszara and Tetszo. I'm Phelan Lancaster, and we shall see what makes these provinces to what they are today, and also to see if I can actually pronounce some of the words that are in these provinces. Now, Kaszara used to consist of two different provinces a long time ago, until they later merged into one province under the name of Osiro, meaning new path. It was then later changed to Kaszara Onosiro, as a combination of the two provinces because some people preferred Kaszara, which then translates to new path in the land of origin, or for short, people just called it Kaszara. Now we come to a town called Kidumachi, meaning the City of Gold. Well, not literally of course, but it used to be the former capital of the province, being a lovely seaside town which at one point was a major trading hub for nearly anything that people could sell. However, it felt a little out of prominence following the merge of Yazaria, and it was eventually griefed heavily by one of its mayors back of the summer of 22. Honestly sounds like a new pop song release, as far as I'm aware. However, with that being said, the happier story is that it's being reconstructed in hopes of it returning to its former glory. Now, while exploring this place, I did find a few little things that could be somewhat interesting when you don't look around that often. And I found a great many things. For example, this shrine with blue fire, just out of the open, and also the town mascot, which is a pufferfish for some reason, and of course, the flying grass block in the middle of the sky! Now we come to the city of True Fire. Nazarite. Hang on a minute. Let's try this then, shall we?
Naszahurai.
Hungarian. Close enough. Now, the city of True Fire replaces Kidumachi as its new province capital, and it is a mixture of Mexican and East Asian styles of architecture, and it's said to be the cultural hub of Kaszara itself. However, it is still a work in progress. As you can see, this castle here, it's still in construction, and it's just away from the city area. And while looking around, I find this building particularly interesting because there's only one thing I can say about it. I actually feel like I'm in the movie Encanto. There's nothing else that I can describe it as. I just feel like I'm in Encanto now. Now we come to Payula, meaning small flower, which is on the southern coastline of the Kaszara province. It was created by the Supreme Chancellor at the time, Marin Moisayashi, and it was his royal stead for the Moyashi family. Right now it is taken over by Silko Naruma and her family to reside in eventually as well. Other things to note about this place is how it's similar to its Japanese architecture, which is still present here as it is in the capital province as well. Tetsu, in its most simplest of forms, is a province of mountains, of ambition, but also of inactivity historically. They are described as moneymakers by many within the nation, also adopting a dwarven and Chinese-inspired culture. Honestly, oversimplifying things feels great sometimes. Sorry, Soko. We begin at Tetsu, funnily enough where the province gets its name from, and it was really difficult to get here alone. It is a giant underground city where it has been here since the start of Eldom, and due to its large interior, it has provided a lot of wealth in the past, but by now, all of its raw materials would have been extracted, and the architecture has been discussed by the government to be updated at some point in the future. And a town near the foothills leading into the Tetsu mountains is Atoashimo. It was built as a gift for the 5th Lord of Tetsu after he paid reparations for a meaningless conflict with Varantorum and Yadzuma. You can go back to episode 1 and hear a little bit about it. The town was also built for the winter build contest for both Eldam and Rathnir, and you could say it was a way to show off the building prowess at the time. Now it is used as a main source of housing within Tetsu, with its farmlands and also its beautiful gardens within the town. Koido is a small farming settlement on the northern coast of the province. It was created to produce and farm spices when the plugin was first released to make them. After finding out that the spices were completely useless, it had been largely abandoned with plans of a possible recreation. It is also a remnant of the Yasria Koitu company. But when they found spices to be useless, it just turned into a small group to become rich. Thus, the town was left as a dream to never come true. All that's left is one simple shack and hay that will never be harvested. When I search around for these towns in each and every province, they always have a different way of entering them. For example, you've got the tunnel systems within this town here of Tamiyaguri. It's interesting. And the view of this place from this window ledge was absolutely spectacular with the sun hitting the mountain face there. Also known as either the Lonely Stone or Silent Stone, it became a small market settlement up in the northern mountains, which also incorporated something called Limdir, a separate settlement at the time. Other interesting facts to know, it has a bit of a jungle and forest area with a tower at the centre of the town, becoming a holy site for some sort of Cubism religion. Christ, they got all the way here too? God almighty. And there we have it, folks, some history and interesting facts about this nation. Join me next time in where we explore the next provinces of Kiriko and Kalidor, in hopes I don't get distracted by other things again. This is what it's like on a normal day here, honestly.
Oh no.
Hang on a second. This ain't right.
I know that handsome face.
Okay, there we go. All done. I'm still not getting arrested, right?
No.
I mean...
Oh, shit.
Push him off!
Did he jump off?
He jumped off.